Hey nerds, not the most exciting video today, but important nonetheless. And today, we're talking about brush care. Brushes are the most important tool in our hobby next to paints, and we need to ensure they're looked after and maintained to a good point. It's the point that we're going to be using for the majority of the work, and we need to behave as we need it to, especially when it comes to detail work. Going to run through some tips to keep your brushes looking good and lasting longer, hopefully. The last thing we want is a brush looking like this. It's no good for anybody. This all applies to dry brushes as well, as we want them soft and workable. So without further ado, let's get to it. Starting with the main part of all this, water. Make sure to keep it clean and change it regularly, especially when switching to metallics. A miniature painter's best friend, paper towel. You're going to need some soap. Dish soap is absolutely fine and gets the job done. For maintaining soft bristles, you can either use a beard balm or similar on natural hair brushes. I tend to use this as it's cheap and does the job beautifully. It's relatively cheap and easy to use as well. If you're feeling fancy, you can use a cleanser to keep your brushes healthy and smelling nice as well. I love this Artist Opus brush cleanser. You can also get stuff to get rid of dried paint, like this paint purger. There's also liquid soaps and repair gels available, which are useful but not overly necessary. This brush repair gel can be really useful though, if you have a brush with a stray hair or even synthetic brushes which have a tendency to bend slightly. Anyway, on to the cleaning. So we take our brush soap, give our brush a good swirl in the water, and just like if you were base coating a model, we gently work the brush into the soap, twisting it at the end of the motion to maintain the brush's point. We're trying to get a lather going here to work out any paint lingering in the bristles. Once we've done that, we gently wipe the brush on some towel, twisting to maintain the tip and work out paint in the bristles. You can repeat if necessary until the soap that's wiped off is clear of paint. Rinse, gently brush while maintaining the tip, get our lather, wipe off and repeat. If you have to, you can use your fingers to gesture the brush into shape. Sharp and ready to be used again. When it comes to keeping your brushes healthy, you can keep them moisturised by using a balm or cleanser. Beard balm works great as it was designed to be used with hair, and cleanser is also great. To use our cleanser, we simply give our clean brush a few swishes, followed by wiping off the excess and shaping our brush again. I like to use my nail to twist the point in, but make sure to wash your hands after this. Again, we can use all the same things to our dry brushes to keep them soft and healthy. It's pretty much exactly the same with dish soap and balm. We'll use this Haggard brush this time. Taking our dish soap, we just apply it to some towel, give our brush a good rinse and work it into the soap just like we did before. We can use our hands here to get a lather going and work out any paint. And once again, rinse and twist. Looking better already. And just like with the cleanser, we are simply working the balm into the bristles, trying to maintain the sharp tip where we can. And before we use the brush again, we give it a quick rinse and a wipe. If you do have any stubborn dried paint in the bristles, we can use things like isopropyl alcohol. Just make sure to read the instructions and use responsibly. Same as if you're using a standard paint thinner. Cheap plastic shot glasses are great to have around for this, and also testing paint consistencies. Can't recommend these enough. A little pipette is also useful, but not essential. So we carefully get our alcohol into our shot glass, or just spill it everywhere like me. Awesome. Still a bit left, and we want to make sure this gets into all the bristles, and just leave it to work for about 10 minutes. Then give your brush a rinse, and hopefully all the dried paint will come off of the towel. Might also be worth giving them another clean. Purger works exactly the same. We only need a small amount. Work it in, and let it settle. Then give it a rinse and a wipe. You can even leave this one in overnight if you want. Brush repair gel isn't essential, but sometimes you will have a brush with a stray bristle, or if you have synthetic brushes, they bend out of shape really easily. To use this, simply give it a shake, apply a small amount to the towel, and just like with the soap, work it in and twist. Looking better already, even for synthetic. Make sure you give it a rinse and a wipe before next use. So we have our water, towel, soap, whether it be dish soap or brush soap, and maybe a balm or cleanser if you want, and that's it. Nice and simple. Again, you can use paint remover such as this for stubborn paint, but make sure to be careful and read the instructions before use. Hope you found this video helpful, and I hope your brushes are going to feel the benefit. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.